In this video, we're going to talk about finding the y-intercept and the x-intercept from an equation. So you're used to finding it when you look at the graph. We're going to look at how to find it from an equation. And this method in general works for all functions. We're going to practice applying it to different functions in this unit. So just as a review, the y-intercept is the point where the function intersects with the y-axis. In this case, that'll be the point 0, -3. And every y-intercept ever, the y-intercept is generally easy to work with. For every y-intercept ever, it's the value when x equals 0. So to find the y-intercept by looking at an equation of any function ever, you just find f of 0. And this works even if your function is written as y equals. So you replace all the x's with 0. 2 times 0 is 0. 0 minus 3 is -3. So when x is 0, so that's the x coordinate, then y is -3. So that's the y-intercept. To find the x-intercept, it's the same exact idea. However, now the y value is 0. So it's where the function intersects with the x-axis. So that's going to be right here. But notice here, instead of the input being 0, now the output is 0. And as we've seen from our study of all of this so far, whenever we are messing input instead, things do get slightly harder. And this is the one we'll spend a lot of time studying in this unit. So in this case, the output, the y value is 0. So we have to figure out, what did we plug in order to get out 0? So the output was 0. So we have to figure out what x value is going to give us an output of 0. In this case, we would have to solve this equation. So we would add 3 to both sides. 2x equals 3. And then we would divide both sides by 2. And we can see that x is equal to 3/2, which is the same as 1.5 in decimal form. So therefore, when you plug 1.5 into this function, you get out 0, which tells us that the x-intercept is 1.5, 0.